What the flock? That is what we are doing today. Welcome guys. It is Stephanie with Festive Creations, where we inspire and mentor others as well as design beautiful things for your home. And today I'm going to show you how super easy it is to flock your own items. So if you're not sure what that is, hang around and I'm going to show you how super simple it is. First, I'm going to bring you guys up on my comments or on my news feed so I can watch your comments. And Miss Denisha is in the house. That did not sound good. So it's super easy, guys. Whatever you are going to flock, it can be evergreen, right? So you can take your evergreen sprigs. You can take pine cones. You can take plain old greenery. You can take, I'll tell you what, last year we did this and I had a member that just flocked everything. Ask Brenda Rocca, she'll tell you. So it only takes a few simple things, guys. It is flocking bond. So this is our bonding flock. This is a special type of material that will adhere to your items. It takes water, and I have a misting spray bottle, and it takes a strainer. Last year, though, I will admit, I used a metal, like a sifting, a metal sifter to flock with, and y'all, I cannot find that this year for nothing. I've looked through everything, and it has just disappeared. It's MIA. But the strainer is very capable as well. I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit so you can kind of see how big those holes on there. Obviously, the bigger the holes, the heavier the flocking bond will adhere, or the more that you will get on your items. But the sifter, the metal sifter, you can get them at Dollar Tree. They're $1, right? A flour sifter. So that'll give you a lighter, airier kind of look. So anyway, let me just show you. I'm going to set these aside and we're going to start with a piece of greenery. And I know that it looks dark against my surface here, but that's kind of on purpose because I want to be able to show you what happens when we add this. All right. So spray bottle of water. That's all it is. Tap water. We're going to probably remove our tag because it really does not need flocked. Not today. I'm also going to spread this out a little bit so that I can get each branch of our greenery here. And we're literally just going to wet it down. And I'm going to do the pine cones. I'm going to do the sprigs on our evergreen branch. And you know those wreaths that you buy at Michael's and Walmart, etc. Y'all, you can do your own flocking. You can do your flocking. Flocking around. You know me, Jim. You know me. Always flocking around. I love this. It's so much fun every year. And once I get started, so this bag is, I think it was a half a pound. And I will give you a link to where you can purchase this. I got mine from Amazon, and you just simply pour the flocking bond in your strainer and start flocking. I know, right, Andrea? So you just simply just shake it on you just have to make sure that your object is moist with that water. But it looks like natural snow, right? And if you're precise, you can minimize, but it will do a lot. It's amazing how much even just this half pound bag will do. So you can flock quite a bit with it. Now, a whole tree, I probably wouldn't use more than a half pound. Don't buy a 25-pound bag. Somebody I know, not last year, but maybe a couple of years ago, bought a 25-pound bag, and I think that they're still trying to use all the flock from all of it. I'm flocking a tree in the warehouse. Ordered my 25-pound bag. Oh, Jim. See, yeah, you probably need the 25-pound bag. I believe that. But a tree does take quite a bit more. You think about this. This is just one branch. And I would say, what did we have in there? Maybe a quarter of a cup. Now, you can let this dry. And you can add more flocking to it. So you can make it as light and airy as you want, or you can make it as heavy as you want. It just depends on your preference and how you want it to look. So while this is drying, let's bring out just the difference between this, and I'm going to set this aside. And look, very little on here. Very little on here. The flock I purchased from Amazon. So I'm just going to take a pine cone. He's kind of a sad looking pine cone. Let's get a nicer looking pine cone. All right, this one's a little nicer looking. And I'm going to spray it down. Try not to spray back over here where we've already flocked. But it adheres. So it's an adhesive bond. It will adhere to it. And do the same thing with our pine cone. We're just going to add that little essence of real fallen snow, and it looks so flippin' natural, y'all. It looks so natural. Let me add a little more to my cup here. And of course, you don't want to spray the bond, the flocking bond that's in your cup, because then it's going to adhere to your strainer. So again, you can use a flour sifter. This is just a small strainer that has a little bit larger holes than a flour strainer. Check that out. Can you see how pretty that is? There you go. It looks like a natural fallen snow on there. Love, love, love. So let's bring out, so again, you can take any greenery you want, and you can do the same thing to greenery. But I have one that's already been flocked. So this is one of those wreaths that I got at Michael's last year on clearance. So at the end of the year, I picked up those on clearance and really stocked up. And I flocked it. And of course, if you want heavier flock, if you like the heavier snow look, guess what? After it dries, we can go back and we can make our flocking even heavier. So maybe I like the really, really flocked look. And there you go. So we're just going to add a little more flock to it. What the flock? And make it snow even more. I do recommend that you let it dry in between applications. So if you want a heavy layer of flock on there, I do recommend that you let it dry, and it will adhere with the water activates that bond so that it sticks to your items. And yes, oh, I never thought about that. That's a great idea, especially with the large products. So Jim mentioned that he's using the mist setting on the garden hose. So Jim is flocking Christmas trees, whole trees, where I'm showing you the smaller objects. So that is a great idea, Jim. Thank you for sharing that with us. If you've got a big project like that, that is an excellent tip. Can you do any of this flocking outside, like there's a spray coat or something? I'm not sure what you're asking. So, oh, it's flock items. I think I know what you're saying, Steffi. So she's asking, can you flock things outside? It's not waterproof. It's not weatherproof. So I always put a disclaimer when somebody buys my flocked items that it is recommended that they keep it out of direct weather elements. So it is intended for indoor use. Now, Once this completely dries, you may get some residual where it falls off, but it's very, very minimal. And it's also going to depend on how saturated you had your item to begin with. So, how stinking simple is that? How stinking simple. As far as, I don't know. You know, I have a can of spray snow back here, but I don't even think that it is recommended for outdoor direct weather use as well. So I think it is also recommended for indoor use. Let me look at my directions on my can real quick. And mirrors, vases, highlights, accent branch. Nope, they're all talking about indoor use for the decorating snow as well. So, Diana, absolutely, you can flock anything, literally anything. So she said, Diana said she saw a video where they did all the ribbons as well. Absolutely. So I would actually design my wreath first and then do additional flocking after I added it. And you can literally flock anything. Anything. I'm telling you, it's like a craze. Last year, I had people flocking everything. So I brought out some logical elements, but y'all, we're all creatives, right? Get creative with the flock and flock away. Take your poinsettias before you add them. Add that frosty flocking snow to it. Just allow 24 hours for it to dry completely. So, Jim is saying he flocks pre-lit trees. Look, you'll become a pro at flocking. It is so easy. So right after I get off the live, I will leave you guys a link on where you can get some flocking. As I said, I got this off of Amazon. And I know that they carry the larger quantities as well. But I do want to warn you that it will go quite a ways unless you're like Jim and are doing multiple trees. And yes, Jim, be careful. Good advice. Be careful about flocking in public. It might get you arrested. So there's Brenda. Brenda is just talking about you, how you flocked everything that wasn't nailed down, I think. So I love it. I absolutely love it. Look, I know this is a quick Crafty Wednesday, but it's a powerful one. So go flock. I'll get you that link in just a few minutes. All right, guys, I will see you sometime tomorrow because we've got some projects to complete. Y'all have a great Wednesday, and I will see you soon. Be safe and be kind.